Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Team Fortress TV 3. That's right, we're here, we're live, and I believe, looking at Mumble, we are the first stream to go live because we're the best stream. That's right, we're the best stream with the best game, and you are going to be wanting to stick right here for the best game of tonight's triple threat. Of course, there is 3 casts going on at the same time over on TFTV 1, TFTV 2, but you have got the pleasure of joining us tonight on TFTV 3. When I say us, of course, I mean me, Ryushi, my co-caster, Hildreth, and our cameraman for tonight is going to be ondkaja. Hildreth, welcome.
Welcome indeed. You're saying this is going to be the best game. I probably agree with you, because when you look at these two rosters, we should probably do a roster rundown. Like TLR, we know they're carrying on for next season, but I only see 2 of their 6 from last season's roster on the team that played at the I Series here tonight. And on Animate, you know, they formed for the season. They were in high last season. They've reformed their roster, mixture of talent and experience. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a good game, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I really hope it will be. So yeah, of course, as you said, we've got TLR on one side and we have Animate on the other. TLR, of course, coming in from 2nd place last season in Prem. I believe it was 2nd place. They lost out in the grand finals. Obviously, they've had a bit of a revamped roster, had a run at I-55 since then, and as you said, they did, I think, alright. They played really well in group stages, but didn't quite do so well when the brackets turned around. But things like that happened for them. And then, of course, we've got Animate, who did well in high last season, I believe, Hildreth. I don't know, I believe you played them last season for HKN?
Yeah, they... Well, I know they were in high. They came in a top half of high. I honestly can't remember where they came, but they were like one of the better teams in high, from what I remember. But looking at this roster, it's the scouts of their team. We'll run through the teams. Just starting with Animate. You got Fragmented on Medic. He's carrying over from next season. Natural, who I think was on demo last season. He's moving to Soldier, which was one of his main classes. And Nation from Dogs on TF. He's on Roma. So Natural Bok Nation Roma. That's a pretty experienced combo with a lot of talent there. And then their scouts, Lucky, like the scout everyone was going crazy for a couple of seasons ago, then he kind of quit the game. He's back playing, and Waters. Obviously Waters is just a legend of TF2, he's played with Epsilon, he's played with some of the top teams. He's moved on to this roster. And then their demo man is probably the biggest unknown in their roster, Ryder. He's been playing high in pickups and stuff. I've seen him around in pickups. It's going to be his Prem debut tonight, along with Fragmented. I don't really know how these players are going to match up against TLR. At least the new players, like Ryder. That's where it's going to be interesting to see if they can perform.
Of course, Animate do have the advantage that they are playing with their full roster and all 6 of their mains, whereas TLR are running with a Merc tonight, which is going to be Smear in for Warher. I don't want to insult Smear too much, but I would say in terms of DM, that's a downgrade.
Yeah, you'd be, that's a fair assumption.
And in terms of also comms, because I think War does quite a lot of calling for them as well. So I would say in terms of that, TLR are going to be a little bit gimped by that. But the rest of their team is still there. We have AMS on Pocket. Buttnose coming in as their new Roma. They've been trialling for Romas quite a lot recently, though. And I guess they decided on Buttnose. Are you saying they're still trialling him?
I think they're still trialling him, according to the Goss. You know, he's not tagged up or anything like that.
Okay. Well, and the scouts, of course, being Herpy and Kyla for Fun coming back off the season's break, I think, or was it 2 seasons? I don't know. But yeah, so Kyla was seen starting to get good on the TLR roster a couple of seasons ago. Then moved on to Epsilon, did fairly well at I-52. Then sort of been off and about, but now back on the TLR roster. I'm excited for that, and they picked up their new med, which is Nursey, which is an American med, so she is going to be on a bit of a ping disadvantage. But we saw back from the Challengers Cup, I was casting a game with one of the American meds. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head, for Planet Express's team.
Oh, Scroob.
Cheapest team. Scrooby, yes, of course. Scroob had a ping, but that didn't seem to hurt him at all, so we'll see how Nursey is going to manage it. I think they play in IM, his American team. Off the top of my head,
Nursey,
I might be wrong.
They're a invite team.
Oh, she's on an invite team. Wow, okay, fair enough then. So she's going to be a good medic. So we'll see how the new TLR roster holds up against Animate. Animate, of course, coming in top in the Prem playoffs. So they should be sort of mid to low Prem. TLR, we'll see how they fare up on the maps tonight, which of course are going to be Badlands and Snakewater. But we have gone live, so if you've just joined us, this is TFTV. I'm Ryushi, with me is Hildreth, on the camera is ondkaja, and this is our first week game between TLR and Animate on ETF2L Season 22? Is it? I can't remember what numbers, but we have gone live for our first middle, so I'm going to tell you what's going to be happening as TLR looking to get aggressive. Soldier jumps in straight away onto that choke, taking a lot of damage. In fact, Nation's going to be the first one to go down, but Buttnose is swiftly traded. Walter's picking up that frag, but now AMS gets himself a double, and Kyler follows up with some damage. Herpy also. Nursey did go down there, but Natural, the only one left alive, doesn't manage to get anything more, so TLR win the first middle, but lose their medic. So no Uber advantage going into this second point, but I think TLR, they can still get this point, right?
Yeah, they should cap this for free, I'd imagine. If since they have Ryder and Nation here, probably just stay on last. Don't think they're going to do anything. That mid, I was watching Ryder's POV to see if he'd have a big impact on mid. First mid in Prem, you know. Big pressure, but he didn't really do anything. He's kind of beefed his rollout a bit. Took too much full damage, no impact in the middle. I didn't really see much else happen there. Actually, Nuki's coming on to Spire. He wants to recontest this. Does Animate making a very risky push out? They've managed to find AMS with a trap. I think that was in lobby. Ryder's actually sticking up the main door, so he's actually going to out-trash Ryder. Nothing's really happening. Like, Animate are kind of half pushing, which is a bit dangerous. Because TLR are in quite a good position to defend this Spire. They can just keep spamming it. There, they got the trap on Walters. Nuki's trying to go behind in-house. He does actually trade to get the kill onto Buttnose. Animator out of there onto last.
Yeah, Nuki gets in there, decides instead of going for the med, goes for the pocket there, which I think at the time was Buttnose.
Picked up Kyler as well.
Nice, yeah, so works his way back to last, picking up Kyler as well, so Nuki getting a nice little flank, getting himself 2 frags there onto the players, and that really sort of stops anything TLR wanting to do. Now, again, Animate starting to push out. This is a bit dangerous. They're pushing up into the high ground. Ubers do get popped off from the Grey Bridge, but nothing much is happening. The Nursey is not even going to be pressured at the moment. Still holding on 100%. Now pops it off as the aggressive bomb from Natural is going to be trying to do as much damage to him as possible, but Natural does go down, so the Ubers get traded there, but Animate, it doesn't leave them in too much of a good position as their pocket is down, and if TLR are quick, they can move straight in with that man advantage that they do, of course, have. They can get in there and frag Ryder, who is going to be our dem man that could give them such a huge play, but it doesn't look like they're going to be doing it. I say that, in jumps AMS, trying to get as much damage as possible, doesn't really hit much. Scout is going very, very low. Walters is going to get in, but frags are happening all over the point. Point is going on, it's just going to be pressured out by Kyler for fun, who just walks in there and caps off that point. Some nice play by the scouts. I think Herpy capped the first half and Kyler finishes it off. So TLR find themselves 1 up as we go into our second middle for this game.
I felt like that was a really weak cap to concede. The Uber Force by Natural was, I didn't think it was a very good Uber Force, but then I had some inexperience from the combo from Animate, just let AMS come in for free and then nobody else was dealing with the players that came in after him. Buttnose is going underneath on this middle. He's fighting Nuki under. Meanwhile, there's aggression from Nation. He gets taken out by scouts, but Natural's able to follow up and take out Herpy, but you know, Kyler has gone and helped his roamer underneath. And they've picked up another frag, so another good mid fight for TLR. But this time, Animate get fragmented out there. I don't know. I just like watching. There's more teamwork on TLR. Like I thought, Nuki would be able to deal with the roamer underneath, but you can just tell the difference in experience. Like when Buttnose needed help with a player, somebody came underneath to help him. They actually get caught out in trash here by Ryder. Good spam to force a super early, and he's actually forced a big multi. AMS has taken a lot of damage, and Natural's been coming in as well. They got him 3 down here. This is a really good exchange for Animate. They're going to pick up Herpy as well. Buttnose and Nursey, they can't do anything out of their impressive defense, and I think that's the first good moment I've seen from the combo.
Oh, and big plays by Ryder to follow it up and go straight in through that choke and pick up Nursey on the exit. That's really nice there. Yeah, so as you were saying, a great defense, and then they find the exact pick that they needed on that retreating medic. So they're going to get mid. They're probably going to get second out of this. Do you think?
Yeah, they should get a free second here. I imagine. Actually, TLR are not going to give this up without getting something out of it, maybe, or are they going to hold forward? I think they're electing to just forward hold. Yeah, this is smart. You got 50% disadvantage, like forward hold, make them walk Spire. Fragmented has recognised this. No, Fragmented hasn't recognised this, or has he? Oh, he has. Yeah, they climb at Spire. They know what to do. Yeah, that's the first big moment from Ryder. Really good passage of play for him. So we've seen some good from him now.
A lot of players hanging around Spire. I think it would be better if Animate sort of move forward. Yeah, now they're starting. Now TLR do sort of back off and Animate move forward. But yeah, they've wasted so much time. Nercy's got himself 95%. The Uber is going to come in top, but it's being denied by the Pyro as much as possible. Not going to happen. The Ubers do get popped off by Nercy, and now actually a Soldier's going to be caught in. Natural's going to go down, and that is going to give them a frag that they need. So I think look like they want to push out. Yeah, Animate are just running scared. Herpy gets in, finds 2 easy meat shots onto Nation, who gets stuck in the door, and TLR are ready to flood forward and try and get themselves a second point. There is a scout going to be defending it. Walters looking like maybe he wants to back up with the sight of all those TLR players rushing towards him. But now there's going to be a big bomb in from AMS onto that Lion's Rock, but doesn't manage to hold on to it. Now Smear actually goes down on Grey Bridge, gets separated from his medic and taken down. Nuki and Walters. Nuki finds himself 2. Walters defending the point actually. The Spire does get capped though just in the end, but TLR have lost so much of this. It's up to Kyla and AMS to try and keep their medic alive as they run away, but there's going to be a demo onto the combo. Oh no, Fragmented goes down there, and now with Ryder down as well, this was not what Animate needed coming out the end of that fight. They had such a good advantage with TLR losing so many players.
Yeah, they wanted to like go quickly and catch him out, but no, Ryder didn't get much done there. Like I thought he could have trapped him in the trash door or something, and then the med died so close. I don't know if that was a drop, but he was really close to Uber when he died there, Fragmented, so that's an unfortunate fight for them. Like, Nuki did so much work on Spire. Sorry, he did it on Resup. He picked up 2 kills, and then he got him behind, picked up a 3rd, so they seem to have the fight there. But then I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. Well, it's just the advantage for TLR.
Moving on to this middle now, we've got TLR trying to push in. They move into the enemy shithouse, but now trying to move forward. There's going to be a big bomb from Buttnose. He takes down Natural, who got caught out by a little bit too much spam there. And Animate, they just don't want to fight without that pocket. They all back themselves up through resub. If TLR are quick, they could maybe catch the players rotating around, but no, they're not going to be able to get through choke in time. Animate find themselves into a trash position. Maybe they can get some good spam out onto the TLR players. The Uber's going to get popped off from Pride Rock though, and now both Ubers are traded. It's going to be a big multi out of Fragmented though. Nercy following up with that multi as well, but there's a scout still left behind on point. Buttnose is going to find the first frag onto Nation somewhere over on the flank. There's going to be a scout dueling a Devilman. Walters and Ryder are quick to fall, and now TLR, they have themselves second point. Can they push forward and take this last point? Nuki is going to be up to defend with Natural and Fragmented, but with only 3 players against 6, TLR, they're just going to flood straight in through main. They can catch out this soldier here. That is going to be Natural. He takes a ton of damage. He goes in the air, gets directed by AMS. Smear finishing up on Fragmented. There's just a scout alive. Nation respawns up top right. Can he try and get anything? The rest of the players from Animate are up now, and they're actually doing a couple of frags. They get themselves a couple there going down, but frags are just being traded, and eventually Buttnose gets onto the point, caps it out with a little bit of help from Nercy there. So TLR take themselves a second round, but not looking as easy as that first round. Maybe Animate just need a little bit of time to warm up here.
Oh, I can't really say. Like, Nuki seems to be the only one doing too much. 3 players just getting caught out by Uber advantage. Not much I can really comment on. The Buttnose, I'm going to watch Buttnose in the middle. He's gone Valley, jumps straight early onto the other team's train. Then he just jumps underneath. They're just kind of sat there in their shithouse. They're not really getting on point at all. And Smear actually picks up Fragmented. A Natural comes in tragic. And the wipe.
Yeah, so again, TLR coming out tops on that middle. They both medics do go down. Of course, Nercy getting fragged at the last second by Natural with a quick little shotgun shell there. But now, on to second point. TLR find themselves pushing last once again. A familiar situation that we found ourselves in the past 9 minutes of this game. But I think without Ubers, it's gonna be... Sorry, mate. I'll start to struggle. Just give me a shout and I'll take over. Hildreth having ping problems, as trying to cast mid, not really helpful. There is going to be a scout in from behind onto Nercy. They're trying to get the frag onto him. It's going to be Nuki. He does get piped down by Smear though. And now Animate, they can't really do this forward hold as easily with 1 player down. But TLR don't look like they want to aggress too far forward. They're all a little bit weak, and they just want to get some health up and get that health regen on the medic there. Animate is still holding top lobby here though. Is this what they want to do, Hildreth? Are you pinging properly now?
Yeah, I can see the game. Like, I think TLR think they had a slight Uber advantage just by the positioning. Like, AMS has gone hiding, but Animate don't seem to want to do anything. So TLR, you know, they've got two rounds up. There's 10 minutes into the game. they're on their opponent's last again. They don't, they can take their time here. They don't need to like do anything rash. There is a forward hold from Animate. I guess they're just trying to look for that sort of one kill, so then they're in a position where they can instantly exchange Ubers. Guess that's their plan. There isn't normally teams don't bother to hold forward if they have equal Ubers. But I guess because they're thinking about pushing out, they want to get something done. AMS has actually got balcony, done lots of spam damage to the combo, and that's enough for Animate to think Bellerev holding forward. So they've taken the ground. Now it's onto the how to crack last. I think they might just suicide someone on sniper, probably Herpy.
Yeah, I think he plays it quite a lot. Whereas I don't think Kyler ever plays sniper. I don't know about Butnose playing sniper either. I know he plays. I know I've seen him merc lots of Prem Scout games, but I've never seen him play sniper. I don't think. There is going to be a suicide in from Butnose trying to get in, getting spammed out as he tries to jump in the door. There's going to be a scout actually playing super aggressively into lobby. That's Nuki, and he does not make anything happen. So now the Ubers get popped off. It's going to be an Ubered Pyro though from Walters defending against that blue Uber as TLR try to push in, but nothing really happens. But TLR, they have got the man advantage. They're going to try coming in now. There's going to be a soldier jump up onto the left hand side. That's going to be AMS trying to get in. He is going to fragmented as he tries to make it into the door. Herpy is also going to pick up Walters, and Nation is picked up by Kyler for fun. So now TLR rushing into this point. They should just be able to finish off that demo of Ryder. He gets taken down, and the scout's doing so much work there.
I honestly don't know what Ryder is doing. He was just equal Ubers, hiding in spawn with stickies. He's not doing anything to protect his team, and why they weren't running a pyro with equal Ubers is questionable as well. So I don't know, like, that was a very impressive passage of play from Animate. Like, Ryder should be up there in the doors blocking things, and the smear is going straight over the point. Two soldiers jump their train at the same time, supported by Herpy, and Ryder gets picked off with that aggression. Walters can't do anything. He's instantly, look at this, like, all of TLR just aggressive together, no big damage coming on any of their players. Animate can't do anything. Nuki wins a 1v1 against Butnose and Valley. Butnose was
There's going to be a soldier in from behind though. Nation hiding in TLR's house. Not sure if they know he's there. I think they do, yeah. There's just going to be a scout left behind to deal with him. He spots him out. But Ubers are getting exchanged over at Animate's choke right now. Smear is actually going to get fragged up from the side, and Nation wins the fight against Kyler for fun. So now this puts in a really good position. They just need to follow up on all the frags. Nuki gets, Nation jumps in, tries to get as much damage onto Nursey, but Nursey surfs it away. Herpy and AMS though, and Nursey, Nursey finally going down to that. Chased by Walters there. There's one left up. That's Butno, who's going to be in lobby. Just standing there taking spam shots. Eventually jumps up into the enemy house, gets behind the team. Not quite sure what he was doing there.
He was kind of like, what the hell? He's kind of like, well, I'm dead here. Wait, they're not killing me. I'll just jump away. Like he's
drawn a player back, or two players back actually.
Two players, that's not bad. I think Butnose might communicate that and they'll try and block. There's actually a sniper in the second resup area as well. That was Kyler sniping. He thought he never sniped, but they dealt with it. TLR perhaps not quick enough.
Tell you what, Kyler's just backspawned onto heavy, onto that last point. Doesn't look to be pushing out at the moment, so they don't really want to forward hold with this heavy. Butnose did somehow manage to make it all the way back into his resup. I jumps up onto balcony and frags natural. That's exactly what they gonna want to happen. AMS jumps forward onto that Spire, but gets instantly shut down by Nation there. So soldiers are traded, but there's going to be a heavy to defend up on last. Nursey has his Uber as well, so this is going to be hard for Animate to push in. They're going to rush in with that scout trying to get in onto that heavy, but the heavy gets flashed with the Uber, and now both Ubers are popped off. Nation is going to be the frag, falling to Kyler there, but Ryder finishes off Butnose. Now Point is being pressured, but once again this heavy is standing strong on it. AMS jumps up top to try and find any players. There's going to be a spy in from Natural on the point, on the last point. I don't know if anyone spotted him. There is a scout up to defend, but he's just going to run away. He's going to go for the point. The sticks are off it. He surely should be able to get this for free. If he gets it, the back cap is going to be happening, and Natural is going to cap that off. I would not have expected that, the pocket going spy, and I don't think TLR did it at all.
I don't think Natural. Let's watch him on middle. He's equalising, so, but he seems to be playing very separate from the combo. I've noticed this game. So, like, I've seen Nation get a lot of heals. But yeah, they got the round back now. 3-1. Now they need to get something done on mid. Every mid they seem to have been stopped. Like, to see if they can counter this TLR aggression onto their side. TLR have gone slope instead. Nursey actually gets bombed. Really good pressure. All the scouts turn around to deal with him. Ryder spam catches Nursey out. So that is a good start to the mid. Nuki manages to keep Buttnose doing nothing, but it's about the scouts for TLR working together, but Herpy gets picked off. You know, you see the difference it makes when you have the damage coming in on players who are like grouped up together. Good clean up as well. Like Kyler and Herpy just went in at the same time. They looked like they could have been a threat there, but just everybody just focused them. Instantly dead. Good
yeah, and it worked out. Yeah, it works out for them really well there. Nuki and Walters finishing up with the frags as well. So both scout pairs doing a ton of work this game, actually, from what I've seen so far. And we find ourselves defending last from from TLR, sorry. It's going to be a heavy up for Kyler once again, and the Pyro, so not looking to push out. They're looking to defend this and then slow push out. But there's going to be a demo peeking main. Actually may get caught out here. Yes, AMS jumps in, takes down Ryder, but Herpy is going to be the trade for it. But AMS is now in top lobby. He is going to get fragged down though, so 2 down for TLR. That's not quite what they were looking for. There is going to still be that heavy up, but Nursey does not have his Uber, and Nuki just destroys Kyler there. Now with only a couple of players up for TLR, this is so dangerous. If Animate players rush in they come. Ryder going to get Smith going to get caught out here. Now there's no sticks on point, and just the combo left for Blue. Now with some respawns coming in, AMS is going to frag Walters, but there's going to be so much pressure onto the point. Nuki and Walters both down though now, and now Animate look to back out, take away spawns, so the respawn's coming in just in time. But I'm not quite sure what Buttnose and Nursey were doing, sort of hanging around the point, not even standing on it. They looked a little bit lost there. Herpy and Kyler going to try and push out. Herpy is going to get himself a frag onto Ryder, so with no demo man up to defend, Animate are not looking confident on this second point. There's going to be a soldier jumping in to try and find Nursey. Is going to get destroyed by AMS Nation going down there. There is a sniper up from Nuki though on that mid point, so if TLR push not carefully, they could get fragged, but they're going straight in through the shit house once again, and Uber's going to come up straight away onto the combo. A ton of damage in the house for Red. The Uber gets traded, but players are dying all over the place, and I just keep lagging out. What is going on?
Oh, the TLR really liked that Valley push with Uber, but they got forced really early. Walters knew it was coming and sniped AMS, so they had to use really early in Valley. They got a lot of damage done in the house, so Fragmented decided to pop. He could have perhaps gone back and regrouped, and then they could have repushed when they were healed up, but he went for the pop. It's okay because they hold middle, so they still hold the ground. Not much going on there. Walters seems to have gone off sniper back to scout. So it's up to Animate, you know, you're still in the game, 12.5 minutes left, it's equal Ubers. You control middle point. You know, they have to find like the right fight on Spire. But like getting a win on Spire is going to be really difficult against TLR when they have Uber, because they're not going to be giving ground up. And if things go badly to begin with, they can just drop back behind Spire as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not going to be easy to break. You want to see them get something done. Maybe the house or flank is going to be the place. No, it's just a bomb by the soldier. Doesn't get anything done. Nation sacrificed himself, but this is it. They could bait a push from TLR. No, TLR aren't going to fall for that.
Only a 10-second respawn on Nation. TLR know that if they get too aggressive but don't do it in time, it's going to be a good man advantage for Animate. But yeah, as you say, top Prem team here, they're not going to fall for it. They're looking to just sit back and hold with their advantage, I think. It is up to Animate to try and push here, and I think that's what's going to be happening here, as the Medic, Soldier and Scout are looking to maybe go Haunted. No, they back themselves away, back up onto the trains. So House, they look like they wanted it, but now it's moving towards Choke. It's just going to be a big Uber in from Nursey. She takes in Natural. Natural actually gets destroyed. The Uber not quite going off on him at the right time, so he gets finished off from behind. And now with both soldiers down for Animate and the scout from Walters, in fact everyone is just falling on this point. TLR flooding across it to try and find as many frags as possible. Ryder is the only one to survive with 30 health as he makes it back into respawn. What happened there, Hildreth?
I didn't like Natural got juggled by Sticky, so and he went really far away. They just counter pop in with a better Uber and chase them. Positioning wise, like Animate were just not prepared for that. Like if I was setting up as Riders, then I would be like ready to fight them when the Uber fades in Choke, but they just all sort of scattered in Valley, and it was easy. They just have to press WTR, didn't have to do anything. They're going to climb Spire with a 30% advantage. Nuki finds the kill on Buttnose. I don't think Buttnose had the most effective roamer game so far. He's really struggling against Nuki, just so far. And with this forward hold, I think they're going to be able to buy enough time. Nuki actually nearly getting caught in reset. He's still actually staying there, just harassing them. He's just pistoling the heavy. It's going to be so annoying for players. Like, he's just annoying them at the moment. They've taken so much time. Fragmented is going to get a zoom easily. They actually popped in top lobby. They found the kill on natural, and they could get Ryder and main as well. He's got back to his medic. Nursey going to drop Ryder. Oh yes, Nursey's dropped Ryder. Sorry, Fragmented, not Nursey. Sorry, Nursey. Fragmented dropped Ryder as well. So that's 2 down, including the Demo Man. This is a really good chance for TLR.
And they've lost their heavy, but I don't think it's going to matter because in comes the push, taking on top right. Herpy is just going to run and take down Nuki, but now frag's happening all over the point, but it doesn't matter because Buttnose walks in and just caps out that point there. And yeah, so Animate not looking confident with that forward hold. What happened in top lobby? They're getting caught out, losing 2 strong players in natural and in Ryder there, with a good chase by AMS there. That's not really what you want to be happening.
I said they had a 10% disadvantage and they were going to get it, but they lost 2 frags with the Uber advantage, and I didn't expect them not to get it. Anyway,
but now we move on to middle. In come Animate trying to push up into the shithouse, but nothing really happening at the moment. A lot of TLR players are really weak here. Nursey's going to be the first one to go down. Nation is going to find that from behind, and if he's good, he can actually catch players around the back. Smear is going to be going down as well. So TLR, they're trying to jump on to Fragmented and try and find him. There's going to be a scout in as well. Does actually manage to get him just at the last second. Herpy is going to be the saviour of this round. In comes the scout. Kyler is going to find frags. So this mid fight is still going on as Kyler comes back into mid to try and finish off some weakened players. Natural on 6 health. Nuki saves him with a nice little flank from Kyler's own house to get onto Kyler there. So a long drawn out mid fight there with almost everyone going down. TLR players got really weak. A couple of them had to back out, tried to make it into reserve, and I think a couple of them did. But now TLR, they've got themselves a second hold. There's 4 players on here, but Herpy taking 2 nice little rockets from Nation there to fall on balcony. And Nation still here, trying to jump round, trying to see if he can get any way in. There's going to be a soldier up to defend this point, but Buttnose is not going to be, sorry, AMS not going to be able to do anything. And now with actually 4 players down from TLR, frags happening all over the map. Animate have got themselves an easy push onto last. There's only 3 up, sorry. As Buttnose, Herpy and Nursey try to defend, there is going to be a heavy up, but if they can just focus the targets, it's not happening at the moment because Natural and Walters both going down. Now the heavy just gets shut down as Nuki rounds the corner into him, but Ryder respawns, spams out that main. It's going to be hard, but now in comes the Uber onto that scout and Dimmerman. They're going to try and clean up Ryder as quickly as possible. Nuki not quite hitting his shots though. Smear maybe going to get, Fragmented maybe going to get caught out. Yes, with Nuki as well. So Animate, they do beef that push pretty hard. And just not working out for them. What is going on, Hildreth?
I don't know, it's just so disorganised. Like, they're just throwing people in, like, 2-3 players at a time. TLR were just scrambling for defence. They were caught in a really bad position. But like, Animate just tried to go through the same door, and every time they just got spammed and held in that door as they reloaded. Like, somebody should have just tried to go in bottom right or something, or top right. Just, they've been much. They may have got it there. Like, Nursey died on 80% going for Uber Swords. I felt that should have been their round, but they just ran into a spawn wave. Like, it's just so discoordinated. They're just sort of panicking Animate. They're not grouping up and pushing as a team. They're just trying to get these rounds, like, try and get lucky with these rounds, try and cap off of, like a spawn wave or something.
Well, there's 6.5 minutes left. Still plenty of time for them to do it, especially as they do have themselves about 30% Uber advantage. But with Nuki going down that, okay, man, there we go. Trades for Herpy. So, and with Herpy with a worse respawn, the Uber's actually going to come straight in up top. They're going to try and rush in and try and get Nursey, but Nursey manages to make it into spawn with 27 HP. Buttnose kills himself somewhere on the flank. Not quite what he was intending to do, I'm sure. But with players going down, in fact, Animate, they do manage to get the point. So the flank working out after Buttnose killed himself. It's probably not going to be happy that I'm picking up on that, but hey, I read spawn. I read the kill feed. Hey, it's a cheat.
Yeah, you can't complain about that. If you kill yourself, you know you deserve to be called out for it. I'm watching Smeary on middle. See this TLR, really good control on the middle early by Smeary. He's got good damage on Walters. Like, he's got the Valley stickied off. Good spam as well. Smeary's completely dominated this middle, but Walters has actually come up there, found the kill on AMS, but there's just no presence from Animate. They've got 2 frags though. They're just kind of all over the place. Ryder's actually picked up 2 kills here. They're kind of stuck in Valley. They're not doing anything. Herpy should get fragmented down No, Fragmented managed to run away. The numbers finally come into the game. TLR probably could have played smarter there. Like Nurse's on 64%. Like they're not playing very smart. Come on, look at that! I'm just watching like players jump away from Nursey. Like they still want to contest this, even though it's because they got 2 down and they don't have Uber yet. So this is kind of a risky call. Like Nursey does not want to follow Amps. Like, I don't know why Amps thinks he can get in there, but he's managed to force the Uber off. Like, I guess why he knows what he's doing. I'm gonna be quiet now, in shame.
Yeah, but TLR managed to back themselves away, but they're all caught in resub now. There's no one flanking from TLR. Everyone goes through resub, so it's a big 6-on-6 fight in resub, but it's still sort of going on. Now, Animate trying to move in and trying to actually sort of, get the point, which is, of course, the main objective in TF2 6v6 is to get points, not to buff your damage stats.
Got force.
But, yeah, okay, a good force there. And the it's going to be, again, the fights are just happening all over the place. And things are just happening. Now, Animate, their combo moves up to Pride Rock. There's going to be a jump forward from Ryder, trying to put as much stickies onto the point and do as much damage to anyone trying to jump up to contest him. But now, Walters and Nookie teaming up on the flank to get themselves a couple of frags with Kyler and AMS down. I think this is going to be Animate's key to push in, but let's see if they don't. Let's see if they mess it up like they did last time. It doesn't look like they're going to be. They're sending scouts in top. The Uber's going to come straight in main. And if they can just get in and try and do as much damage as possible to that heavy, it's going to be going down with the Uber. There's going to be a lot of players down, but Smith picks himself up 2 kills, and now Kyler respawns and gets himself more. Nookie and Natural, the only ones left alive. Can they do enough damage to kill? Nookie is doing so much work, gets himself a triple kill at the end there. I don't know how many he got before that, but Nookie saving the round with Natural there. So that's going to be 4-3 with 3.5 minutes left. There is plenty of time for Animate to get themselves 2 rounds and win this entire map.
Oh yeah, this is like big mid right now for both teams. Like Nookie, you can't underestimate how much work Nookie is doing. Like he's all over the place, like first man in, last man alive, that sort of thing. Look at he's early on the point again, putting pressure, keeping players off the point. Nation goes for a bomb behind. He's going to draw her P back, but Walters and Fragmented are just kind of stuck in a bad position. Their whole team's sort of gone under, but they're kind of separated as they're going under, and they're really weak. Like these scouts, they lost their medic, Nursey, so the scouts just go for it. They don't care about their medic anymore. I didn't actually see who killed Nursey. So, mid-win for TLR, but, they haven't got the medic. And they should get enough spawns in time to defend Spire.
Well, I was just watching Nookie for that middle. Walks in, walks underneath the point, finds a Nursey who's disconnected from his team, so frags him, then frags a soldier, then tries to take on scouts 2v1 without having any scatter shot loaded. So tries to pistol down, almost wins it to be fair. Herpy and Kyler were both pretty low coming out the end of it, but doesn't manage to win that duel. And Animate lose mid, but as I say that, they've still got a little bit of time left. They've still got 2 minutes to get themselves around here, and they're looking like they want to push in through choke. They have got a slight Uber disadvantage, and it is going to be an Uber as both teams still running that medi gun. Looking like they're coming towards that house area, trying to peek in, trying to find anyone who's just ever so slightly out of position to give themselves that slight advantage that they need. There's going to be Nation jumping point, going to take a ton of damage, but does manage to get himself away. And Animate do not want this stalemate. They want to push forward, but TLR at the moment are not making any mistakes, not giving them any space to push. And Animate, they're going to have to just try and force it in through choke, and that looks like what's going to happen at the moment. It's going to be an Uber versus Uber fight though. In jumps Natural, he's going to be the one leading the charge, tries to get on to Nursey, tries to make him drop but doesn't manage to get it. Both Ubers are popped off and the fight is happening. Natural goes from behind, tries to look for as many players behind, but he's going to take down. In fact, AMS is actually the first to fall. I say that, and TLR, they're just taking so much damage all over the place. Animate flooding the point, trying to get as many frags as possible, but they're losing players for all this. Ryder gets himself a 1, and now with Nookie coming in to clean up, they're cleaning up the weak players from TLR. Nursey did manage to make himself away, managed to get himself away, should I say. Yeah. And, yeah, Animate, they win mid.
They should pick up Spire as well. Like, this is really good. Like, watching that fight, Natural, even though he had 40% less Uber to deal with, he got behind, did good damage to Buttnose and Smear, and they were both kind of half HP. And oh dear.
Classic.
You can assume there wasn't a golden cap.
Yes.
That's all I could say about that.
Good job, teams. Good job. So we don't get to watch the last minute of that game, but I'm guessing from the fact that we have, as you say, we are changing map, that it is going to be a... sorry, it's not going to be a golden cap, which means the score probably was 3-4 at the end of that. Animate losing that last push. So TLR win the first map, but not by a big margin. You know, this was a lot closer than... Well, I mean, you said it was going to be pretty close, Hildreth, and it looks like it was.
Yeah, like, I mean, TLR seem to be controlling the game for ages, but, you know, with the fact they don't have Warher yet, and AMS seems to probably be doing most of the leading of the combo. It feels like Nursey and AMS aren't really in sync. Like, there are times where I feel like AMS is too inexperienced sometimes at just leading and making decisions. He's a much better player when he's just shooting things, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I've seen him like jump away and sort of expose his medic, and then but Animate just seem like they've got the players, like they've got the skill, but they also just seem very uncoordinated. Like over the shop. Like,
yeah, I think Animate are more relying on sort of individual play from, say, Natural or Ryder or Nookie to get in and get some frags, and sometimes it works, and especially against an uncoordinated team it can work a lot easier. But let's have a look at the logs as you're flaming people in chat. Hoping that Kaya has already got it up on stream. If we look at kills, of course, most important. The scouts actually doing a ton of work. So Nookie, Kyla, and Herpy all leading on 28, 26, and 26 respectively. Walter's the only one falling behind. Moving over to damage, AMS putting out a ton of damage, 2,000 over the next highest in Natural. So AMS doing a ton of work, letting his scouts follow up as well. He's actually almost got highest kills with 25. So AMS doing a lot compared to his counterpart in Natural. But the demos, neither demo putting out a ton of damage here. What makes you? Why is that, Hildreth?
Something called demo nerf. I think the STV might have crashed. In fact, no, never mind. I'm rejoining. Sorry about that. That seems to have restarted the server. I'd say, don't know, demo nerf. Sometimes it can be hard to play demo man. Like since the nerf, you kind of have to play demo. Really focus on your positioning. Like the days of having different styles of playing have gone. So lots of teams just play their demo man behind the combo most of the time, or behind the pocket. It doesn't surprise me to see demos doing 8k damage per map these days, especially when you have scouts just running around everywhere killing things.
Yeah, a key point I want to point out is Nookie's damage as well. So he's up there in 3rd position. So he's doing a ton of work at the moment. Played sniper for 1 or 2 minutes there, so I think Nookie is the standout player for this map. But unfortunately he was on the losing team. But I'd say it's a draw between sort of him and AMS. Now if only AMS could sort of get a little bit of sort of link up with his med there, Nursey, you think that TLR would do a lot better? Ben?
Yeah, well, considering it is a very new roster, like not having Warher is gonna make things difficult for them. Like I know TLR have ambitions to be in the playoffs this season. And Warher is one of the best deathmatching players in the league, and he seems to be leading the team as well. But like they just have all of these roster problems since pretty much since Hiss broke his shoulder or something. They have all of these roster problems, and you know, they've been trying the medic. They're putting Buttnose on Roma. Buttnose didn't have a hugely impactful game last map, but you know he has another opportunity in this map to get things right.
I think the problem for carry on.
No, I was just saying, I feel like Herpy and AMS just seem to be the major players of this team, like stepping it up. But who else can I get on Roma?
The problem with the Roma role for TLR is that they've got such big shoes to fill, as they have to fill, you know, replace Shadowburn, that anyone who's not Shadowburn is just never going to be quite as good. But I think Buttnose, with a bit of practice, he had some good parts here, so if they do decide to carry on with him, I think definitely he could be up there with the top tier Prem Romas. But as you said, new team, not quite happening at the moment. I just want to point out the air shots stat, of course, the most important thing in TF2. AMS leading with 10, but Nation not far behind with 9. 1 coming out of our demos. Ryder only hit 1, so, you know, demo's not stepping up on Badlands, but we'll see how things go on Snakewater, as that is going to be our 2nd map for this game. Both teams already on server. Hopefully someone has told them not to change the map at the end again, so we actually get the end of the 2nd map this time.
Would be nice.
But yeah, Hildreth, how do you think? Do you think things are going to be different on Snakewater?
Well, there's one thing you should remember is the sniper class, and Nuki is an excellent sniper. That's definitely going to come into play at some point, like trying to break stalemates or last. You're going to see a lot of Nuki sniper. He might even like spend half the map sniping, it depends, and he was easily the best player on Animate last map.
Well, you saying switching Nuki onto sniper, but I mean, they do have Walters, who is pretty much
Also
renowned
very
for
good.
being a fantastic sniper. And would you say Nuki's more important keeping him on scout, or think he could do more as sniper, or do you think Walters would be better sniper? I don't know. You think sniper is going to come out for Animate a lot this map?
Yeah, I mean, when Nuki was playing a lot more, he was very well known for his off class, and Walters has done it a lot in the past, and he is a very good player. But you can see just because Walters is on a team like Animate, you know he's not going to be like majorly stepping it up this season. Like when he was on Reason last season, he put in some of the best performances for years since his Epsilon days, and then because he couldn't go to LAN, they obviously had to change him over. He's the kind of player that's he just sort of has passages of giving trying hard. That's my experience of Walters.
Okay, fair enough.
I would say Nuki, even though Nuki hasn't been active for a season either, he's probably he's the player that's been playing more TF2 recently, and he's more likely to snipe.
Okay. Fair enough. How do you think, as a demo main yourself, and a Prem demo main at that, Prem in both Highlander and Sixes, how do you feel Ryder did on that map, on Badlands, and how do you think he'll do in Snakewater?
I was kind of hit or miss for Ryder. Like he had that one good moment at the start. Like he helped his team get a new advantage, win an exchange, and he's got a few decent kills. You can see he's a sort of player that's very active. Just by the way he hits more shots than me. Like he hit 2 pipes out of 4, so that's definitely better than me at the game. But then there's the inexperienced part where, like, he cost his team 1 round by just sitting in spawn with stickies. Like instead of getting out there and locking the doors off, like, yes and no, he should have been like spamming an entrance, preventing people coming in, or even deathing his stickies and getting someone else to watch the point. So it's kind of hit or miss performance so far from Ryder. He hasn't been particularly effective on middles either. Like Smeare seems to be doing better on middles as a demo man. At least one of the middles I saw last map.
Well, Smeary does have that Prem experience coming in from the old Saints roster when he was their demo man. ondkaja, of course, our cameraman, ex-Saints player. So, you know, we got basically everyone in this mumble right now is Prem except for me, which is, you know, really comforting.
It's overrated.
If you say so. But yeah, so both teams just waiting, I think, on AMS to turn up, because apparently he's pooping, which is always lovely. The best thing to do in the middle of a TF2 match. But yeah, so again, we're just sort of waiting for both teams to ready up and go live for this second map, which, as I said, was Snakewater, which I'm sure you can see.
I haven't seen these teams play very much. I'll be honest with you, I thought I was going to be casting dogs at TF Danger Dogs versus Lego, because I know a lot about this teams, but you know, they've pulled rank on me, so I don't actually know what to expect on middle from any of these teams. So
the potato dictator says what you do, and you have to do it, unfortunately, or you pay him $5. But we have gone live for our second map. It's gonna be, once again, as I said, Animate versus TLR on our second map, Snakewater, week 22, ETF2L season 1. I'm Ryushi, with me is Hildreth, and on camera is Kaya. So we are going live for our first middle. Smeare is actually going to lose the speed to middle. Ryder gets there before him, but not much damage being put out by Ryder. And now Animate trying to take top there. Both soldiers jumping onto the log, but both take a ton of damage. In fact, Buttnose is going to find a frag on a really weak nation there. And now with Natural going down as well, TLR have the huge height advantage, and Animate just run with their tail between their legs. They lose Ryder on extraction though, and I think maybe they're going to get caught out here. No, Kyler looks to push forward but doesn't really want to keep going into that scout there. The rest of the team now turn up, but I think Fragmented is in a pretty safe position, although it doesn't look like too safe, as in jumps a super aggressive bomb by the soldier, gets one rocket on Fragmented and forces him to pop. That is not what you want. Huge Uber advantage for TLR. They're ready to push last.
Yeah, like I'd expect a lot of medics these days to just expect that and just be like set by respawn. Teams like medics don't normally get caught out by bombs like that in Prem. They normally just sat on the spawn door waiting for it, and if it's not coming then they can just come out of spawn. So bit inexperienced play there by Fragmented. So TLR is going to use this Uber advantage right side. They want to take AMS isn't coming in the Uber, it looks like a scout demo for Shutter. That's what I'm going to guess. They're taking their time about it, making sure everyone's buffed, make sure they got all the calls. But here they go. In comes the Uber. Herpy haven't really found much. There is a heavy. They're starting to focus the heavy now. They've taken him down. Two scouts going straight into the combo's face, but they're out of ammo. So now the after Uber fight can commence. Everyone seems to be hiding in spawn. One player contesting the point. Desperate jump by Ryder, and in the end, clean push. Too many people hiding in spawn for Animate. Couldn't do very much.
Yeah, quick little 2-minute round from TLR there, just showing some severe dominance coming out of that first middle. Let's see if anything changes here. I did notice that Ryder beat Smear to mid, so let's see if that happens once again.
Doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't.
On this map,
absolutely right. It's all about hitting those damage shots. So Smear looking to push up that left-hand side, does back himself away. No one taking too much damage at the moment. No one really looking to push forward either. There's going to be a soldier hiding in kitchen. In jumps a super aggressive bomb by Natural, trying to do as much damage as possible. Buys himself a lot of space for the rest of his team to push in now. Nursey is going to be going down to a bomb from Nation and TLR. They lose themselves 3 quick picks. Nation and Natural are going to be going down though, so it's up to the scouts of Animate to try and clean up. Walters is down, but there's no heals up. In fact, Herpy and Kyler just rushing players, taking them down one by one. They don't even have the point, and they're already trying to get behind. In comes Smear trying to get in as well. There's both scouts in. The Uber does get forced out of Fragmented. Nookie is going to be able to get Kyler though, and probably chase down Herpy here. No, yeah, he's still going for it. Is going to take him down, and now onto Smear. If he can win this man fight, then he's going to give his team a huge advantage. In comes the respawns though, and catches him out in kitchen there. Buttnose is going to get the frag. So, but the rest of Animate now turning up onto mid. Both soldiers going high. Big air shot coming out of AMS to destroy Nation and send him spiraling into the ground with a nice big crater there. But the team is just, this is an extended mid fight. Mid's still not being capped here, so both teams still spawning on their last. Buttnose is going to pick up Walters, and it looks like Animate finally going to throw in the towel and give up mid. But it was a long time coming here.
Yeah, I think like getting those 2 frags gave Animate an opportunity. I think maybe Fragmented could have been a bit more brave and trusted Nookie and kept healing him. And also Nookie could have played a bit more smart, like if he waited 5 seconds for the spawn waves, they could have been an easier fight. But as soon as that air shot was hit, like Animate were going to lose that fight. Once the air shots hit, that's when I would be calling my team to run away. And here's a bomb into Fragmented. Still holding on to the Uber, he's forced to pop in here. No one dealt with AMS. In fact, AMS has just jumped behind to pressure the sniper. He does actually get killed by Nookie. Meanwhile, Uber does nothing. It's so easy to just force this Animate combo. Like, AMS just bombs in, not one player pays attention to him, but Nookie is on sniper. Can you get something to happen?
I have 500 ping.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you, he hasn't got anything to happen. His team are just all backed up in lobby. No one attempting to. They actually got the force. I guess the fear of that sniper was enough. I didn't think they would get the Uber force there, but you know, when you are playing against Nookie, it's better to be safe than sorry sometimes. So it's going to be 6v6, 50% advantage for Animate. I imagine they will try and push out. They've kind of shown to be the sort of team that try and push on these advantages. Yeah, Nookie's going back to scout, so they definitely want to come out here. They're going into lobby. They are losing some of their advantage already, but they've managed to get themselves into lobby. Now they don't know which door to go through. They have to make a decision quickly. They're trying to get in without using. They have managed to get in without using. TLR just positioned all by the left flank near Cheese. Ryder's got on the point. There seems to be like a backgap attempt through Cheese, but yeah, AMS and one of the scouts has gone to last. I can't see which one, Kyler in fact, but the scouts come back. They take care of AMS. Well, you've seen something here.
Big drop by Buttnose onto Fragmented. Nursey went down a couple of seconds before that, but I don't think Nursey had Uber, but Fragmented definitely had it. Buttnose went in high, got himself a nice little sync rocket onto Fragmented there, and a big drop. Animate do get second point out of that, but I mean, that's not a confidence boosting drop there. And now they're trying to look forward. Again, a scout, I think it's probably Nookie, looking into kitchen, but does back himself away when he sees how many players TLR have on point. But Nursey's got himself a big advantage here, as he did spawn a long time before Fragmented. and was healing pretty much instantly out the door. Now, Animate, they're on second, holding it as strongly as possible, but they're going to be bullied back by this Uber advantage. In comes a TLR combo from Grass, trying to put as much damage out as possible. In jumps a big bomb from, I assume, Nation. Yeah, he's going to be going down in that choke area, and now there's going to be a flank from the other soldier of TLR. He's going to be coming in from behind, going to hit some easy rockets onto Fragmented. Ryder going down now as well. And Animate are just crumbling as they lose 3 players. Buttnose is going to be that soldier to pick up a couple of frags there. And now only one up to defend on last. It's going to be Nuki on that heavy. He jumps around, but there's already a scout on point. Does get spotted out, but Nuki instantly taken down by AMS and Kyler teaming up. That's going to be the second point for TLR. Some good play coming out there at the end to just completely push without Uber there. They didn't need that Uber for the final 2 points. They just completely caught Animate out on that point there.
Positioning for Animate's not very good. The Demoman's like caught on point, trying to fight them forward, even though they had a slight disadvantage. Maybe they should just be far back, spamming the point, pressuring them to force Uber would have been much better, I think. And then look at this middle. Nuki's going straight into Buttnose, and Kitchen completely destroys him. Now Muki's behind them, causing all sorts of problems, but Ams actually spots him out. But he has drawn people back, which allows the space for Animate to go forward. Nursey's been alone against Nation. He's managed to, you know, survive long enough for his scout to come in and help him. And I don't know how, but they've kind of turned this around, TLR. So it's scout medic versus scout medic. Has Walters got it? Has he still got it, Walters? Taking his time. He's actually going for the medic instead of the scout. Missing the shots. He isn't missing them now. Kills Fragmented before he gets Uber. Can Walters even get Nursey down? Oh, he got him so weak there, Nursey. Her so weak, sorry. 30 HP, but Herpy just showing, you know, why practice pays off.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with the 2-man advantage, TLR, they hold middle, and they're probably looking to push forward with that huge 100% advantage that Nursey has gained himself by staying alive there for absolutely ages while being pressured by Walters. There's already a player actually underneath from point. It's going to be, I assume, Buttnose. He is the Romo. Going to be easily caught out. He's actually back onto last, trying to get players, but gets shut down. Does scout out the level 2 sentry from Natural there. TLR, they're going to get themselves second point. In jumps Nation onto the combo. Doesn't manage to get any damage done to Nursey whatsoever. And now with the scout maybe caught out in Cheese here, he's going to be going down. That's Walters down as well. So 2 down for Animate as they try and defend last. And it's going to be up against Uber. There is going to be a sentry gun over on that right hand side, but that should be spotted out pretty easily. And I don't think it even has positioning on the point. The soldier gets forward, trying to do as much damage to this sentry as possible. Is going to take it down, but now the point has already been capped, and TLR find themselves 3-0 up with 21 minutes left in this game, Hildreth.
Yeah, very dominant push. The sentry didn't really cover the point, but it was on the right side. But the combo just sat next to the sentry and left the point. Maybe they should have split to the other side of the point, perhaps, to draw players in. In the end, it was a bit unlucky because they did kill 3 people with the Uber, but Uber advantage really pays on this map. Big jump from Nation, gets air shots instantly, and Smear gets him, but the rider crosses the point, takes up Smear. Buttnose has managed to get a kill, run around on top, and now the aggression comes in. The scouts pushing over the point, fully buffed. Good clean up from Buttnose as well. And it's just Fragmented run into last. Buttnose is the only player chasing Fragmented. He's gone lower. I think Buttnose might give up on the chase at this point. Yeah, that's probably a smart play. They could just push off the 30% advantage that they have got from Fragmented not healing. I imagine that's going to be their intentions here. Smeary isn't even there though, so he's not going to be there in time. So whether they push instantly or not, I mean, they don't have to. They're 3-0 up. They're controlling the game, but they're doing it anyway.
Gonna go in with double scouts because that's what they had with them. If they can get themselves a couple of frags, they get Fragmented before he gets a super. That is going to be huge. And now if they can just clean up as many frags as possible, Natural falling as well. There's going to be a huge fight over on the left-hand side. There's sticks up on the point from both colours of Demoman, but it doesn't matter. There's a couple of players actually respawning, but Herpy is just cleaning house here. Gets himself 3 little frags there. There's just 2 weak players left. Smear gets the final one. Nation runs in, is defending point, but Nursey crossbows him down. TLR 4-0 up. It's not looking good for Animate right now, Hildreth.
Oh yeah, and I don't know, like, Fragmented knew, they knew they had about 30% advantage because he was running away by himself, but how he gets caught in that Uber, I have no idea. Like, he should be just back in spawn, building it with somebody. Maybe they get some other players on their team to buy time for the Uber. So it's really looking kind of desperate. They've got a lot of damage on Smear early, so Smear's kind of passive to begin with, and they've kind of got the soldiers off top, and they've done a lot of good damage to Botnose and Kyler. But Herpy is fully buffed, and when Herpy's fully buffed, it's not normally a good sign. Ryder actually crosses the point to help Nation, but they all just seem to be targeting like the medic. The medic's on 20 HP. They're completely ignoring the scouts of TLR. It's just Nookie behind. Like everyone just tunnel visioned the medic on the combo. None of them like shot the scouts that were doing all the work on middle.
They know Nookie's behind there. The respawners are looking for him. He's going to take a rocket and get shot down by AMS. AMS with the big air shot there. That is going to be nice. So TLR looking to push forward onto the second point. There is going to be a defense in lobby, but I don't think Animate really want to hold here as they are one player down. If anyone gets caught out, it's going to be a big bomb from Nation. Going to do no damage to the medic there of Nursey. Nursey taking a little bit of pipe spam now, but Animate not comfortable here. In jumps Nation once again, tries to get onto Nursey, gets the force out. That's going to be big. That means Animate do have an Uber up to defend this last point against no Uber, but TLR don't care. They're 4-0 up. They can wait for Nursey to get himself an Uber. They don't. It's on Animate to push out
aggressive. Here. Yeah, Herpy's walked in under. Nobody has tracked him. Like, he's actually managed to walk behind Nookie, but Nookie just did this ridiculous meat shot. 360 meat shot, and there's another AMS again. He's going to get picked up on the right. He's just running around. But Nursey.
What?
Nursey goes down to Natural.
AMS frag Nookie and managed to get out on like 2 HP there as well. Natural jumps in and gets himself a kill, but Herpy and AMS. Herpy's on the sniper rifle.
How do they
what is AMS doing?
How do they leave Fragmented alone and let him die to AMS? Like a minute, 20 seconds ago, AMS was running around on 10 HP. And then 20 seconds later, he's got Fragmented down. I don't understand like how Animate can lose their medic in that position. They should be able to pick middle up if they're quick and together. Maybe not.
Nope.
They're all discoordinated now. They should regroup and try and defend second. Good snipe by Herpy. Like TLR, that was a poorly executed suicide attempt. And then they ended up losing their medic as well. So
well, they committed Nursey there, didn't they? They committed Nursey to the suicide. It's kind of counterproductive. Ryder's going to pick up a double kill on AMS and Kyler over in Saw with a nice little stickage up there. I think that might have actually been blind there. I don't think anyone was watching. But nonetheless, he picks that up. Herpy's also going to go down to an aggressive play by Nookie, and now in come TLR. There's only 3 players left. They're running for their lives, and maybe they're actually going to get caught out here. There's a big flank coming in from both scouts, doing so much damage. Smear's going to go down. Down goes Butnose. Nursey the only one left alive. She's on 95 HP. Surely she goes down here. There's a respawn from AMS. Yes, AMS not able to defend against the pistol of Nookie. Nookie's just got 4 frags with the pistol there. What? I don't quite sure how that's going on. There is going to be a spawn up on the second point, but he back spawns pretty quickly. I don't even know who that was. Animate, they grab themselves second point. 16 minutes left on the clock. They're feeling the momentum change here, and they're coming forward straight in through underneath. They've got themselves a big advantage. They've got to get in, rush this heavy. He's going to go down to a very low percentage of health, get shut down by both scouts now. Now they've got to look to play the point, or are they going to go for more frags? They're going for more frags here. Smear's going to pick up Nation, but again, Animate, they lose a couple of players, but frags are happening all over the map. AMS is going to be going down now, and it's a 3-on-3. The blue has a lot more heals here, and if they're not careful, it's going to be a ton of damage done onto Ryder here. But no, Fragmented and Ryder backed themselves away, so they had numbers advantage, they had a huge Uber advantage, and they still managed to beef that push.
They didn't have numbers, because Ryder was respawning, like he got picked. That was actually a huge frag by an AMS in the last passage of play to trade with Ryder, so Ryder wasn't there for last. They kind of rushed it there, Animate. TLR for the last 2 minutes, they seem to be playing unfocused, but I think somebody's told them to wake up. Maybe it's Warher, yeah, because I've just seen.
Well, I've seen War in chat, so I assume he's just
Mumble told them to wake up and play some TF2. So they managed to regain second. 20% advantage. They're 4-0 up. Why not? Like, why not go for it? See if you can catch them out here. They managed to pick up the Roman Nation. AMS is going on a frag hunting spree, but there's going to be a counter pop through kitchen demo. Soldier, it's Natural and Ryder. They're going to come in. They've Ubered kind of early. Not trying to chase through here. There's actually Kyler. None of them have noticed Kyler's behind them right now. Comes in. He's looking to pick up Ryder. He actually escapes. Natural managed to pick up Smear, and he's taking Kyler out. Good DM. This is a decent push so far. Oh, here comes Ams. Gets air shot by Natural. Natural is on fire at the moment. Like, he's won the team that push with his DM.
AMS with the direct hit flank there, not quite sure what was going to happen with him there. But Animate, once again, looking to push last. Let's see what happens this time. They're coming in. They've got Ryder at this time. There's a scout behind him. Ryder is going to be the first frag. Herpy with the big frag. But can they even get on the point? No. TLR don't manage to get anyone on the point. There was a ×4 on the cap for a second there. So Animate rushing the point. Really nice play from them.
Yeah, TLR lost a bit of focus. You know, they go 4-0 up in like 13, 14, 15 minutes or something. I just think, yeah, it's over now, let's have some fun. But Animate, you know, they can play. They've shown that they can play. So, see if Animate can get something done in this middle.
Well, TLR, they have the top at the moment. Kyler is actually going to get caught out over on the side. And Animate look like they want to try and get some buffs in. The frags are happening over on the flanks here. Scouts 1v1ing each other. There's going to be some weak though coming out of Animate. And they lose their, I swear it's a paramedic die? Yeah, there we go. Nursey just got pistoled down by Nookie. So it's a 2-on-2.
Oh,
I think
Nookie.
Fragmented being still alive. Nookie just destroys there. Wow. Sit on Herpy.
Ams went to chase Fragmented instead of help his teammate out on middle. Look, Nookie just went huge. He just pushed in when players were kind of weak and out of ammo, cleaned them up, went on to Nursey. No one bothered to defend Nursey. Nookie, I think he's rocking like a 4 or 5k on this middle. And then the TLR players, they cleaned up the heavies. Nobody dealt with Nookie at all. Like Am's decision to go and chase the medic is questionable. So uber advantage for Fragmented and Animate. They want to push through the left. They're kind of losing it because Nursey is building really quickly. Is this a Kritzkrieg or? Yeah, it's a Kritzkrieg. I was wondering, that's been built really quick. They could take them completely by surprise here. Animate, if they're not like thinking that Nursey might do it. So they're actually going to have crits to fight this Uber on last. It could be really interesting, Ryushi.
Well, the Uber gets popped out from Fragmented there, so the crit's not going to be finding anyone. I say that, Nookie and Nation walking straight into a crit rocket, into a crit sticky, and now the crit scout from Herpy is going to pick up Ryder. So 3-for-1 trade there with the Uber crits, and Nursey keeps up her crits, so she's going to have a big crits advantage if TLR can push themselves forward. Animate not even looking to contest this 3v5. Nookie is respawned on Sniper, so they're going to be trying to get that headshot pick onto Nursey when she pops that crits, but it's not happening at the moment, as she doesn't even have it. They're not even looking to go forward. Actually, yeah, she switched back onto the Uber gun, Medigun. So they think, sorry, Animate think that TLR have an advantage on them, but actually she doesn't because she switched, which I think is a pretty clever play there.
Yeah, because the passive position of Animate kind of waiting for that crits. When they realise it's not going to come, TLR would have bought time for the Uber. What they kind of might be thinking right now is that TLR are kind of trying to bait them to Uber and counter crits. So, you know, I haven't seen anyone go spy for Animate unless I'm blind. Like, if someone goes spy and just checks that, they'll be fine. Otherwise, they're going to rely on someone to get some vision. Kyler actually gets caught out by the rotate from the flank, from the combo, sorry, of Animate, and they're in. They're not fearing this. They're not fearing this crystal. They kind of Uber early. Now Nursey pops to their surprise. Fragmented is in a really bad position. Is going to get killed. There's still that sniper threat up. Everyone's going for Nursey right now. There's the bomb in here, easy. Like Nursey just surfs away and baits the team chasing him. And it is going to be a wipe. Just Nookie, in fact. Can Nookie get something done? No one's spotted.
Surely.
No.
Ooh. It's going to get the shot off there, but TLR, they do wipe Animate there with a surprise Uber coming out of them. They get themselves middle, they're stacking it to try and not let anyone get up Nookie and Ryder. Yeah, Ryder's still dead here, so with no demo man, TLR are just going to flood forward onto this second point. They know there's not going to be any traps up to defend, and the lack of spam is going to allow them to get straight onto that point and start capping that easy. They're holding still in lobby though, and they're looking like they want to defend this as much as possible. There's going to be a lot of damage done to them though. In fact, yes, Smear's going to pick up Nation. That is not what Animate want, and now there's going to be about a 20% advantage for Nursey onto Fragmented though. If TLR are quick, yeah, in they come straight away. Fragmented makes it back into though. Is he going to go? Yeah, he manages to get it off in time and cap that out, but there's so much time happening on the point. He doesn't manage to cap it in time. Herpy is going to die and TLR back themselves away, but they've done so much cap time on the point that Animate, they can't leave. All someone has to do is touch the point. Buttnose gets a frag onto Walters but kills himself with the landing rocket. Kyler comes in, is going to duel Nation, but the rest of his team comes in to back him up. Kyler backs himself away. I think, no, Nookie's going to pick him up. So TLR, they decided that they got so much time with the point, and they were all just going to come in one by one to try and just edge the point, which never works. It never works, Hildreth.
Not very often, but this time actually Fragmented did stay alive with a 20% advantage, much smarter positioning. So they... Oh dear me, Nikki just... Is that a bit of trash talk, or is it just a bit of fun? I can't really tell.
He did just get piped by Smear, so...
Yeah, Smear ends up trading late. There was a long-range pipe by Ryder that actually picked him up, but... Yeah, AMS is also on Spy, and Buttnose is on Sniper, like... It's a bit really weird from TLR. Their class selection isn't optimum, as I would describe it, and look at that. Great aggression, brilliant play from Ryder, like chasing those, getting those players in the choke point, finding the frags, and he's actually sticking up forward. I don't think anyone's going to spawn in time, but, you know, he's reading that their TLR are not 100% on at the moment, and, you know, when TLR are playing at their best, they're outclassing Animate so much, but look at this early Uber force. Can AMS get something done? Counter Uber comes in. So they did actually manage to get the force early enough, but they have man disadvantage. And I'm just watching Herpy here, fully buffed, trying to duel two people in the doorway. Natural's still sort of edged himself in, but he goes down. It's 4v3 right now. It's going to be a really close fight. They pressure onto the point. Nation bombs into the corner just to lock them, stopping them from blocking the point. And as my point was, Ryushi, his TLR are not really focused, and they've given these rounds away.
Yeah, that was really weird. They got caught out there. They got the force off on a med who was almost underneath when they got forced, and they still stayed sort of top right, allowing the entirety of Animate to wrap around behind them and catch out Smear, who was over on the right hand side by himself there. He is of course a stand-in, so I think we can sort of forgive him for that a little bit. But now we go on to our 7th mid of Snakewater. TLR looking to get aggressive, trying to control that top area with the soldiers. Now they back themselves away, and both teams just sort of waiting for an opening here. In comes the double soldier bomb straight onto Smear. They're going to do so much damage to him, but he's on 2 health, manages to survive. Now finally gets taken down, but with so much damage done to the Animate team, it's not going to work out well, and now there's just cleanup happening. Nuki gets himself 2 frags. He is still alive, fighting as many players as possible, picks up that health kit. 61 HP, trying to make himself away. In jumps the double scout and medic combo to take him down. That is some serious commitment for one scout. They do not want him flanking them there. And they finally gap the point, but it's a little bit late. Animate have got a couple of spawns up. They're going to be able to defend second. TLR can't rush forward and grab that second, but with 6.5 minutes left on the clock, it is down to Animate to push forward onto mid here.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea how Fragmented survived 2 soldiers being aggressive on him. When you do dual soldier bombs like Animate did, you've got to get a lot of damage out in short bursts. In fact, they don't have time. They've actually pushed in force uber early for TLR. TLR are just going to back off to mid, try and bait Animate into pushing. Natural doesn't like the idea of it, but Nuki, he wants to do it anyway. Ryder jumps in as well. He's getting lots of damage done, kind of, but he's been eaten alive. He's on 15 HP. He's surely going to get down. He actually didn't do very much damage at all. From the position he was in, he should have destroyed some people.
Nuki gets in though, gets 2 easy meat shots onto Nessie, who was still holding on point. Gets taken down, but manages to get that medic. With Fragmented still alive, TLR are on the hunt. They're looking for him. They're flooding forward onto that second point. Haven't seen him yet. Now they know he's in lobby. There's going to be a soldier coming in from Cheese. This could be dangerous for Fragmented. He backs himself around the corner. Doesn't get caught out, but Nation loses life, and now a scout is really weak on that left-hand side. No one is looking at him though, so TLR, they pick up second point, but Fragmented stays alive, and with his life being up, Animate stay in the game.
Yeah, they've got big advantage here. This is really where I think this is their best chance. They have to break out of this point. Maybe they use every early, but they have to like get something done. They have to recapture the second point at this stage in the game. They're 2 rounds down. They've managed to walk in for free. Natural's actually found AMS just sitting on top, but they've Ubered and they've got 2 people hiding in the same corner, kind of. And, oh dear, AMS kind of gave away his teammates hiding position. So 3 frags with Uber advantage. That's pretty good. It's like Nurse's going to get it soon, but they are forced to be defensive here. Nuki's going on sniper. Like, this is risky. I don't know. He needs to get something done. Being on sniper at this point in the game.
Well, if anyone can, it's going to be Nuki. He's shown us already in this game that he is a master of DM, but in comes Uber. Actually, with Ryder. 3 players, they're looking to defend. Ryder gets himself a ton of damage, but there's going to be a soldier in kitchen. I don't think they've noticed him. He's going to be coming out now. Finally does get wrapped around, but does a ton of damage to the point. Nation doing lots of damage, but not able to finish anyone off. Does get cleaned up, and now Animate, they're coming in through choke, take down Herpy, but the double soldier bomb, the spam coming out from TLR, the coordination there working out for them, but Nookie and Walters are in behind, cleaning up players. Nookie finds Nursey and Buttnose with a big headshot, and now there's just one player left up for TLR, it's Kyler. He gets fragmented. There's just the scout and soldier chasing him with trying to do as much damage as possible. Kyler is looking like he's going to win the duel. Takes the duel against Natural. Now looking to move forward onto Nookie. In comes Nation finally to finish him off. But Kyler, I think that play from Kyler wins TLR this game.
Yeah, I've got to call Nookie out there for playing sniper. He didn't do anything at all.
Got headshot Nursey and finished off
someone. Not good enough. You know, if he was scout there, they could have won that fight. But Kylo getting the flank in, recognised that was the right time to do it. You know, managed to take down those and trade with Natural. This is sort of like a last desperate push for Animate. They've already gone 2 down, including the demo man, so they can't push middle anymore. Maybe they'll just hope that TLR overextend and they can get a wipe here and get a quick round. That's TLR don't want to push, like they want to hold on to this win.
Animate now looking to move out Saw with the combo. They can try and get a flank off, but nothing's happening at the moment. Both teams just sort of looking to spam, looking for an opening. Nookie's running that sniper once again, so they can find anything with him. But Natural's going to be the first one to go down. Kyler chases him and destroys him pretty easily. Nation down as well, so with no threat of soldier bombs, Nurse is just going to walk in for free into this point with that 100% Uber advantage, and they can try and get the force out fragmented. They can just take an Uber on their own stage. In fact, Walters gets dropped there by fragmented, but now the Ubers get traded. He is going to get a frag onto AMS, but nothing else is happening, and now the demo of Ryder is surely going to get caught out in lower lobby. This is going to be the key push for TLR. They're going to be looking to push straight into last. There's going to be players up to defend, but with no demo man, there's just going to be a scout rushing in from behind. Herpy's just going to stand on point. There's no one back to defend. He's just going to be able to get it in time. Oh, Nation just defends in time, but TLR players are losing actually, so Herpy almost saving his team the round there, but not able to manage it at the last second. Nice little reload by Nation there to actually just get there in time, but I think Herpy almost had that. But TLR, they lose, but it doesn't matter because there's 1 minute 44 left on the clock. Natural is going to frag AMS, and now Buttnose still behind enemy lines, looking to just buy his team some time and not let Animate push out.
Yeah,
now the TLR combo comes in grass. If
he gets out here, Buttnose, that's a really good play. Like, picked up 2 kills and he's got away with his life. It's enabled the repush here from TLR. They know that Animate are desperate, so they just want to make this fight messy. And then they picked up Nation going in by himself. Nookie's taken a lot of damage. He's managed to trade with Buttnose, but it isn't enough for Animate here, and Kylo takes out Fragmented. I think this is where you call it, Ryushi. I think they're going to make it 5-2 here. Nearly got Uber.
Yeah, it's got to be all about that pride round, get themselves that extra round. But Ryder gets caught out into spawn, tries to get away, and they change the map again. Come on, guys.
Right,
let down.
That time it was over. You know,
yeah,
but
that's true.
They are Prem players, they should know not to change maps early.
What a letdown from the teams there. Let's have a quick look at logs as posting them various places. I'm going to be in chat now. See what goes down for logs. I want to point out once again, Nookie top fragging in the map, but just not able to win rounds by himself there. And again, it's just the key players, or the 4 players from TLR, Buttnose, AMS, Kyler, and Herpy, all following up the frags there. So Animate really getting outclassed in terms of DM for the first 4 rounds. The later 2 or 3 rounds, I guess, a little bit messy from TLR there, but in terms of damage, in terms of kills, apart from Nookie, who also top damaged, it's pretty much a whitewash by TLR there.
Oh yeah, like Nookie is above the rest of his team in terms of class. The rest of the Animate roster just seems to lack so much on teamwork. I mean, Ryder didn't have a very effective game. 10 for 21 is not the best stats, but it's really all about the I'd say the scouts for DLR and AMS, just how effective they are on middle consistently. Yeah. They don't take damage. Even the even when I'm watching Nookie and Walters, they take a lot of damage on middle at times. But you know, when Herpy and Kyler, like they either come into middle fully buffed and clean everything up, or one of them sort of goes behind and splits attention. I'm pretty impressed by how they've played. TLR as a team, they were far more superior today, and the only start time they started losing rounds was when they kind of lost a bit of focus.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. I also want to point out AMS with 17 air shots. Ridiculous. But nonetheless, yep. So a pretty nice win for TLR there. They start their season off with a good 6-0. Some good points there as they go towards their playoff aspirations. I'm not quite sure what's happening on the other games. I haven't had a chance to tune into the other streams.
Epsilon are still playing. I'm not sure about Lego and Dogs, but they still seem to be going on. So
Well,
maybe
I can
we should
see Skeejin Mumble upstairs, so maybe he's casting actually. To be fair,
Shadowburn just got market card and a kill on Dogs. It's definitely worth watching, guys. To switch over to the Team Fortress TV 1, where Epsilon are playing Serpents at the moment. That's still into the second map. No spoilers for you guys. Team Fortress TV 2 is Lego versus Danger Dogs. That may still be going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching us, guys, but we are going to be wrapping it up here. As Hildreth said, pop on over to the other TFTV streams, or if you have only just tuned in, you're going to have to catch the VOD, I'm afraid. But I've been Ryushi, with me has been Hildreth, on camera has been Kaya, and we've been casting Animate versus TLR Week 1 ETF2L Premiership Season 22. And yeah, that's about it, I think. I don't need to say anything else. No, I think we're good.